heard a song that was identified with the Holocaust. And he said, the Holocaust is sacred. You cannot play metal music to it. You cannot play it now in bars or where people will headbang or dance or hug or... Holocaust is sacred. There was someone else from the parliament who said, wait, it's the best vehicle for the new generation to learn about the Holocaust.
One song, it's always been particularly contentious, and that is the song Angel of Death by Slayer. I mean, how do you feel about a song, you know, Auschwitz,
the meaning of pain,
the way that I want you to die. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know if Slayer actually meant I don't know if their intention was to hurt the Jewish people when they sang about it. I don't think they are a Nazi band.
I think that song is probably the most controversial song in the history of metal. And I won't lie to you, it also disturbed me because my father was in the Holocaust. But I don't look at it in a negative way. I do play it on my stereo and I do play it as a DJ. So I don't take it personally.
I translate Slayer, Angel of Death, to they were against the Holocaust. If they were for it, they will deny it. And won't tell a huge 4-minute story about it.
So do you think Angel of Death is sort of...
It's a monument.
It's against it because it's exposing the horrors of it? And that
It's a monument of the horrors that shouldn't be repeated.
Although Slayer is not a Nazi metal band, there are a small number of bands out there that do promote Nazi ideas. Varg Vikernes, otherwise known as Count Grishnock, was imprisoned for church burning and murder in Norway and is known for his fascist and racist ideas. I was surprised to find out that there's also an Israeli connection to this story.
The year was 90. Salem was just after releasing a live demo called Million Slaughtered. It was time of the tape trading and the Norwegian black metal scene just started.
That's how Grishnock heard us. The title song, the Million Slaughtered, talks about the Holocaust. So I guess being whoever he was, he wrote us back that the music was great, but those lyrics are stupid, you know? It's too bad that Hitler didn't finish the job that he started, and it was just before the Gulf War. May Saddam finish you all. And again, you know, this was not just lyrics that were written and were detached from it. It's part of us. So obviously, we were getting angrier. So we got a very angry reply using some cuss words I'm not sure you want me to repeat here. And about a couple of months later, police knocks on the lead singer's door and goes, "Who hates you in Norway? Norway just got a bomb in the mail."
Anywhere that we go, everybody only knows the bad news, the war and stuff like that. And we try to show or to be some kind of a good news coming out of Israel. When we played in Turkey, you always see people in the crowd, they sing with us together and they do like this with their hands. Now this is what usually the Muslims are doing when they pray. It's like they are holding the Quran book. It's amazing. It's metal people. all these wars between religions, all this massacre at the name of God, this is a big confusion. We all believe in the same God, and we can stop all this bloodshed and confusion and war. I mean, if we will think about the dark, we did nothing. There is plenty of darkness in this world. I think this is why we should speak about the light.
Of all the metal fans that contacted me from around the world, I was most shocked to hear from people in Iran. But because of the increased tensions in the area, my visa application was denied and I couldn't get into their country. So instead, we're meeting the Iranians in Dubai, where metalheads from throughout the region are gathering for Desert Rock, the only metal festival in the Middle East.
My name is Armin, and I'm 28, turned 29 2 days ago. And well, I'm an engineer, actually, a mechanical engineer. That's what I do for a living, but metal has been with me since my teenage era, and I truly love it, you know.
Can you tell me about some of the restrictions that have been placed on getting access to metal in Iran?
You don't have any CDs sold. This is the biggest restriction. The music cannot go on. So you cannot sell metal t-shirts. Before that, even jeans were forbidden. Long hair, I was just caught up for just having long hair by the police.
They took me to a police office and said, why do you have long hair like that? And are you worshipping Satan, or are you in those kind of bad metal bands?
I got caught by the religious police for wearing a Slayer t-shirt and having long hair. I was just back from a Slayer concert in Turkey, so I was I almost forgot how restricted this thing is.
I know of a couple of friends who were put in jail. They had their heads shaved and they were beaten up because the authorities really thought they were Satanists, and they were not. It just looked metal.
They consider it anti-moralistic, and they say that it's bringing a lot of excitement, which is not good for a music like in Islamic context. There had been some limited gigs, like 2 or 3 years ago. There was this gig, and bands called SDS. They were covering up like from Morbid Angel and Slayer, but no vocals was allowed. They said vocals are too harsh and aggressive, and we had to be seated. Later on, they canceled all the shows. With the system that we have right now, we cannot perform Western music, not only metal. And so the metal community in Iran has grown really isolated from what had been in the real world.
Someone that we knew had sent us a picture. They had gone to Iran to go visit family. And they took a picture of Slayer spray painted on a wall in Iran. And they took a picture standing next to it so they could, so to identify that they were there and that this was their